Born to Run, a hidden tribe, super athletes, and the greatest the world has never seen. If you never read this book by Christopher McDougall, it's going to change the way that you think about your body, your health, the way that you exercise, and it's going to motivate you to get you outside and running. So welcome in fam, much love, Trav here. Hanging out here with the sheeps on the farm. About to go for a hike. And I've been running a lot, and part of it's thanks to this book. So it's a cool book. I recommend it. It reads like a story, and stories are cool, but it's got a lot of information about running, science of running, history of running. And part of the premise of the book is that actually we are evolved to run. That's why we stood up. And you might think, well, what does that mean? Like we're so slow compared to a dog or cats or, animals. Well, we're designed to run long distances. Or not having fur and our ability to sweat and cool ourselves contributes to our ability to run long distances. Just having two legs and being upright allows us to breathe a lot better as we run, get more oxygen, which allows us to have more endurance. There's many other examples of ways that our bodies are evolved to run. And the truth is, in a long distance race, there's a 50-mile race they have I think it's in California every year. It's people versus horses, and usually the winning runner is a human, it's not a horse, over 50 miles. That we evolved in the savannah chasing antelope, and I know this, like a sheep can outrun me in the short term, but if I just chase the sheep around for long enough, it's going to get tired before I do. So we used to chase prey around until the prey overheated and got exhausted. Even an antelope or a horse, you can chase it to death if you need to for meat. And it's more reliable than using a bow and arrow or something like that. So what does that mean for us? Also, we know that women can run long distances almost as well as men. Like there's less gap there than any other athletic endeavor. Women are great at running long distances, and also old people are great at running long distances too. Even up to the point that you're 60 or 65, you can run a marathon. And you can run as fast for as long as a young person. So man, woman, old, we're meant to run a long time. And if you think that it's bad for your knees or you get injured, then you'd be interested to read this book and to hear about these ultra marathoners who run hundreds of miles and hardly ever get injured. And why is that? Well, it's not as simple as just putting on sneakers and running out the door. It's about, there's a lot of things. This whole lifestyle, technique, diet is a huge thing. Obviously, like if you're overweight, then you're going to have certain problems, but that has to do with your diet. It has to do with, so if you don't know where to start and you're not in shape to run, I would say start with walking. We're meant to walk long distances as well. Just start walking and clean up your diet. I'm not going to go into detail on how to clean up your diet, but a lot of these distance runners are vegetarian. They tend to be really lean. Some of them eat meat. There's also the technique. There's also a lot of them are running on trails, but a lot of them are running on concrete. Some of them are running with shoes. Some of them are running barefoot. Some of them are running with sandals. And the reason that I'm sharing this with you is just sort of motivate you to get out there and run. And you'll realize, like, if you haven't, as you practice and you work up to it, man, one, it just feels so good. It feels good to sweat. And man, it's not that hard. Like when you realize we're sort of designed for it, and yeah, the first couple miles might be hard, but once you get into a rhythm or routine, it's not that hard to run 10 miles. So many people run marathons, something that animals can't really do. Most animals can't do that. Just encourage you to get outside and run. If we're born to run and we're not running, it messes with our whole biology and our whole psychology of what we're supposed to do. And yeah, it's motivated me to get outside and run more. And the running could be part of sports if you play basketball, if you play soccer, but the older you get, the less sports we play, the less organized sports we play, the more it's on you, the more it makes sense to just find a trail, to take off and run. And I'm telling you, if you get your body lean and you get your technique good, it's just, you can run forever. It's so much fun. It feels great. And it's something that we're meant to do. So that's the summary. It doesn't need to be the longest video here ever. But yeah, this book's, if you want to know more, like this book's a fun book to read. It's a story. It's like an adventure story. The best spring allergy season could be a little bit rough. It's a story of the best American runners come down with the best and compete with the best Mexican runners, indigenous Mexican runners, basically. And yeah, see what happens. And a story of interviewing some of the historians, and it's interesting. You should check it out. Yeah, and go for a run. Also, I have a Facebook group. It's called Game Shape, and I've been posting some of my runs in there. And it's just a place for focus everything from the sobriety to lifestyle and health. It's not the most active, but it's somewhat active. It's somewhat active. So you should go, and when you're in there, post something, share about yourself while you're there. It's called Game Shape on Facebook. Go to Facebook, type in Game Shape, and you should find it. The picture is like a barbell and some cards. Orange. You'll see me in there. Okay. Appreciate you. Much love. And yeah, I look forward to reading your comments, your experience down below. Okay. Now I'm going to go for something like a run. I don't know if we're going to be running, but we're going to go up to probably some running. Hike up this ridge up here. See this ridge line? And then that ridge up there. Walk down to the farm. Okay. Appreciate you. Much love. Talk to you soon. Peace.